Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiana at Storey House Books, and okie dokie, let me see, I got so much stuff here sitting around me. So trying to get through this project here that we've been working on. This is part of the series, Create a Lapbook with Me 2.0. This is the custom order that we had that is possibly going to be available. I haven't heard from the person who actually ordered this one, so we'll have to just see. But we are going to finish it. This is part 15, and we're going to be working on this panel right here. This is panel number 3. We've pretty much finished up 4 and 1. Panel 2 is the journal part there. I showed you guys that in part 14, A and B. I've had trouble with this one just because of the layout of the flip outs and the space that I have to work with, but I think I got it, and let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to I kind of put the pieces in to kind of show you what we're going to be making. To start with, I did go ahead and add these envelopes here. You guys have seen these before, but we're going to make them again on this page. So how I distressed them, and we're going to use a die cut machine with that. And I believe this color, I got some other options as well, but I think we're going to go with this green. On the inside here, with this flip up this way, we're going to make this guy right here. Okay, and we're going to put that there, right? And then here are two different, a different kind of file folder. These are the ones with the flaps in it. And I'll show you how to make these. We're going to put those here. Okay? And then on the inside, we're going to be making something like this, I believe. Either this or where did that box go? So since the person that was originally ordered this had requested that, you know, she can put samples and specimens and whatnot in it, I was going to, so I'm deciding whether to make these and cover this all three panels with this type of, like, it's a, you know, little closure, put seeds in or whatever, and there's the closure, and then make it like that, so there'd be 4 on each panel, or put pockets there and use these glassine envelopes that she can take out and whatnot, and just, you know, maybe do some cluster work on these. So I'm not sure which way we're going to go. I'm leaning more towards this and doing a magnetic backing to where it's removable. So there'll be a magnet here and a magnet inside of the here, so it'll attach, but she can remove it if she wants to, right? And put something else in there if she wanted. So flip-flopping back and forth with that one. So there's those 2 options. And then on the outside flap, we have file folders that we're going to put here. I think I want to decoupage these with this Tim Holtz botanical collage paper and do some cluster work and probably some brads, eyelets, all that jazz. And then I think I want to use these. These are some coffee dyed timesheets that I have, time cards, that I made these little envelopes out of, like little C pockets, to put here. Make them a little bit, you know, narrower so we can put 4 on here at least, right? So that's what I'm thinking about using these. What do you guys think? Yeah, maybe? Maybe this way? And again, make them removable, or put them in pockets or something like that. We can make pockets and then put these inside there as the ephemera. Ooh, let's do that. We'll do that. Let me make a little note there so I don't forget, because I will forget. You're gonna write on. Let's do that. 3 pockets with, let's see, time cards, envelopes as inserts. Yeah, then we can put more in there. So let's leave that note right here so I don't forget. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get started, because there's a lot to make on this, and I'm going to try to keep this one under an hour, so this one might be a 2-parter as well. Once we finish this panel here, then we're going to start the decorating. Okay, I know you guys have been asking for it. Before I forget, the closure on this one, I think we're going to do something like this here. So we'll attach the twine back here, yeah, and then it will go around and wrap and close like this. And I think we may do the same thing with this one so that they match, right? I don't know yet. Still thinking about that one. So let's do that first and open this up, get some stuff out of the way, and go ahead and get the twine back there. Grab it real quick if I can find it. Here it is. Found it. I love this blue twine, I really do. Really, really do. Okay, so let's see here. Where are we pulling it from? Here? Yeah, okay. So we need to make it long enough to go all the way around. So I'd rather, you know, cut a piece that's too long versus not long enough, right? So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 ought to do it. I hope. Good Lord. It's a lot of twine. But this is going to be really thick too, so we need to make sure we have enough room. Right? Right. Okay, so let's put this in half here. Okay. There's half. We'll put that here. And what I'm going to do is put a line of glue, and then I'm going to secure it so if I do this here, I wish I would have done it behind there. So if I do this here and we put those envelopes on top, I don't want to see this. So we could use bookbinding tape, just be a, you know, the solid black. We could do that. Or I could put another mat on top of this. Maybe we'll do that. Probably. Maybe. I think we may have to. But that'd be better because then I could put the magnets behind that mat and you wouldn't see the magnets either. So let's think about that. Let's do that. All right, let's attach this first. Let's get some Fabri-Tac here, and I'm just going to put a bead down the middle. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to put another mat on here. So, you know, this is kind of some things you kind of have to think about on the fly, you know. And it's okay. You can always adapt and come up with a solution. Just work the problem. Don't panic. There's always a solution to it. If you can't figure it out at the moment, just step away from it. So what we'll do is we'll leave this here to dry for a second. I'm going to reinforce it with some tape just to make sure it stays down. Right? And we're going to put another mat on top of this. To cover that in the magnets. So what we're going to have to do is next we're going to make the envelopes that are going to go on top of this. Make these, right? These seed envelopes. I think we're going to go with these. Put the magnets in here and then place the magnets that are going to go here. And then we'll put the mat down. Okay? You with me? Okay, so let's do these next. Alright, what I'm going to do here is just tie this up to get it out of the way. Okay. So we need to make 12 of these. Now these are a little bit different than your normal coin seed packets or whatever you want to call them. Right? If you notice, like most of, let me see if I have one that does flips the other way, or the way everybody else normally makes them. Let's see, you don't have one? I do. Well, okay. So normally you'll see the coin envelopes with the seam in the front and they flip like this, right? Well, what we're going to do is keep the seam in the back where it's not seen and flip it this way so it's nice and even in the front, okay? See what I'm saying here? On the back is actually the seam here in the back and the bottom is flipped back there, right? So that's what we're making, this type of thing. And all of them will be closed with a label here, right? And we'll put a little cluster on them as well, I think. I think we'll do that too. So let's make those first. Now, I grabbed some paper options. Probably too many options, as a matter of fact. Which has been part of the problem with this project. I've been like wanting so much to make it, you know, do a good job for this person or whoever gets it that it's like almost giving me like creativity block. Does that make any sense? So, all right, so we need to make 12 of those. We're not going to use this one because I made this one out of 6x6 paper, and it's a little too wide. They actually fit, you know, side by side on the page, but they're like right up against each other, and I want a little bit of space. Okay, so we're going to cut some pages 5.5 by 5.5. So I got some options here to use. Like I like these. I always have to cut these down. I think these are 6x6s. Yeah, these are. So we'll cut this one down. It's a nice thick paper. Let's see about these. I got these from Timu forever ago. These might be too thin. I don't know. Let's see. Well, these would work. And these are 5.5, right? 5.5 by 7. So we can just cut these down. So we can use these. Let's see. Which one do we want to use? We got this one's vellum. Okay. Some of these are vellum and some of them are just paper. And music page. I think I dig on this as one, so that's 2. 3, 4. Let's see. I was hoping to be something like gardening, or there's a bird on this one. This one might work. Tentacle, no. I don't think so. So we got a couple out of there. We'll see if I actually end up using those. Come on, get in the darn bag. Okay. There's those options. What else did I bring over here? I brought over this stuff, but I don't think it's going to go with the theme of what we have. Yeah, I don't think so. No, wrong color tone. Wrong color scheme. Brought this pad over. I think some of these might work. Let's see what we got in here. I feel like that one would work. Right there. So with that. So let's do this one. That's a cool one right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like this one. 6. Yes. 7. Ooh, I like that one too. 7. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, I kind of like that. Do I like that? Kind of do. I think these are just duplicates of what's in the front. Yeah. I like that one too. So that was 7, right? 7 out of that. Alright, what else have we got? We got wallpaper over here from Mr. Tim Holtz. Let's look through those. We'll see what we can use. That is this. Because there are some 6x6s, right, in here? I believe. I pulled those out already. I may have pulled those out already. Let's see what we got here. I think I did pull them out. Where did I do with them? What did I do with them? What did I do with them? I've got so much stuff over here, y'all. It's gotten to be ridiculous for this project. I mean, seriously. It is crazy what I've got over here. It's just so much stuff. Alright, here are the 6x6s. So let's do, how many do I say we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 5 more. We can do those right there. And then we'll take this one off right there. That's 12. Yeah? Okay, so put that stack over there. And let's cut these pieces apart and then cut them down, right? So what we need, these are 6x6 is what we need, are 5.5 by 5.5. So I'm just going to cut these apart and then cut them down. I'm on the line there. I guess it doesn't matter since we're cutting down anyway, right? Okay, turn this around. Cut this one right here, I believe it is, right? Sorry, my head's gonna get in the way for a second. Okay. So there's 2. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with it sitting this way, not getting in the way of the camera. Sorry. Okay, there's those. Alright, let's cut the one out of here, which is we're going to use this or that one. I kind of dig on this one too. I think we use that one. So let's cut that out. And then we'll start cutting them all down to 5.5 by 5.5. Excuse my head. Okay, right there. Cut over there, cut this one off. And again, sorry if my head's in the way. Okay, there's that one. Alright, now let's start cutting them all down to 5.5 by 5.5. So that's those, and then all of these. Yeah? Okay, here we go. So we're doing 5.5, and then turning it 90 degrees, 5.5. I'm going to keep those strips like those. I'm hoping that, I haven't tested this yet, so I'm hoping coming down from 6x6 to 5.5 by 5.5 will allow them to fit on the page better. Okay, let's turn this 90 degrees. I want to keep that 45, but I think we're going to lose it anyway when I fold up the bottom. We'll see. All right, so what's been going on? So it's Labor Day. Hope you guys are having fun with your families. We were supposed to get together with my ex-husband, but he got sick, and then my car broke down, and I've been dealing with that all day today. But we got it done. Not cheaply, but we got it done. Let's see, let's cut off this way here. Okay. That's a good thing. My poor daughter, she had a really bad day at work yesterday. She was getting yelled at by everyone, apparently, for being too slow, and customers were yelling at her, and she came home in tears. I just broke my heart to see her like that. So she took the day off as well. I think she's working too many hours and trying to go to school full time. I think it's too much, personally. Okay, let's do, I think I like this bottom. Or do I like this part? Decisions. We're gonna go with the top part. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, so this one, do we want top or bottom? I think we'll go with the top part, actually. Yeah. I do like that house there. That's pretty cool. Definitely want to use that for something. Okay. 5.5. 5.5. I hope this vellum works like I want it to. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. Oh. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay. And then this is the last one here. So I'm going to cut off 1/4 inch on either side so it matches. So we'll do that much here. And then the same on the other side. Hopefully that comes out to 5.5. Yeah. Right there. Go. Okay, and then we'll do a little from the bottom, a little from the top. So let's do that much from here, from the bottom, yeah? And then hopefully this matches a little bit. Close enough. Okay. So that's 5.5 by 5.5. Why does that look crooked to me? Is that crooked? So I'm having trouble with this, or maybe it's my vision. I don't know which one it is. But every time I look at these squares, they look like they're lopsided, but looks like it's okay. Alrighty. Let's put this down. Okay, let's get these scraps out of the way. And these I will be keeping because they are mostly Tim Holtz and whatnot. And I always keep my Tim Holtz scrappies. Alright, so what we got to do next is get our scoreboard and make some scores here, and then we'll do some folding, okay? So we'll start with this first one here. Now, it's basically the same process as when you normally make coin envelopes, with a little bit of a couple differences to make it flip over the other direction properly. Alright, so what we're going to do first, actually, we don't even need our scoreboard, I don't think. We can do it without it. Okay, we're going to do first, flip it over, right? And just fold it in half, a little bit past half, right? So if we're, yeah, right about there is good. Make sure we line it up at the bottom down here so it's nice and even. Then you flip it the other side over, just where it just overlaps the other piece, yeah? Okay, let me use my scoring tool here to give this a nice burnish there, nice crease. All right, the next step is like normal. You're gonna flip up the bottom. About 1/2 inch is good, or less. I would say at least 1/4 inch or more. So between that and 1/2 inch. I'm just eyeballing it here. Flip it over, make sure it looks even there. I think that this one side's a little bit longer, so I'm gonna make this up a little more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so give that a nice crease there. And then you're gonna go ahead and flip this side down like you normally would, yeah? To give yourself your flap, right? Okay, you line it up, make sure it's nice and even on both sides, and go ahead and crease that. Now, here's where the differences come, okay? Well, actually, we've got another couple things that are the same. So first thing we're gonna do is miter this bottom part. So from the fold here, you're you're going to cut at an angle about 45 degrees, right? And this will help it lay flat and get rid of some of the bulk, right? Which is what we want, okay? And you're going to open it up, and these two, it should look like this. These two flaps here, right here, these two flaps, we're going to cut these off. All right, this thing decreases the bulk even more. So from the fold, at a very slight angle, you're going to cut that piece off, okay? From the fold, slight angle, very slight, and then cut to that corner right there, yeah? Okay, I'm going to get this little piece off right there. I missed part of it. Cut that off properly. Here we go. So now it should look like this, okay? So we have it like this, and that's your fold up, right? Now, here's where it's a little different, okay? Instead of it folding this way, we're gonna want it to fold this way, right? Now, I know these don't line up right, and if that bothers you, you can cover it with something or whatever, but that doesn't bother me, okay? That they don't match. If it bothers you, then do it this way and whatever. So, you know, I just don't want to see this seam. I want to see this image here. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to angle cut these here for the flap, like we just did for this part, right? So you're going to cut from the fold there at like 45, or however you want your flap. Okay, you can even just round these corners if you want, and not cut this at all. So it's basically up to you, right? So what I'm going to do is use my other scissors, actually, my longer ones, and just cut that, flip it over from the fold, do it again, yeah? Now what you have is something that looks like this, okay? Now the next part, we're going to fold this piece in, right? Glue that down. That will help. Oh my gosh, I just dropped my pen. Ooh, that was almost a disaster. Put that over there, don't lose it. This will help reinforce the opening of your envelope, right? Just do that, push this down. Okay, now, next bit is we're gonna go ahead and close this up, okay? So put yourself a bead of glue on the edge here, the inside flap, and on the edge of the outside flap. Close that up, like so. Okay, and then go ahead and close the bottom. Okay, we're going to do a few more of these together, and then I'll probably do half of them on camera and the other half off, just for sake of time. All right, now we're going to flip this over. Now this becomes the front, and this, you flip this down, and that is your flap. Yeah, and that's it. That's the main difference, okay? So there we go. All done, right? So if you want to, you can cut a notch there if you'd like. You know, it's up to you. I am not going to. I want to leave it exactly the way it is, because it's totally fine the way it is. All right? So that's what we're going to be doing with the rest of these. So we'll just make the base, and then we'll worry about the closure and the decorating on those later. So, like I said, just like this one, we're going to do the same kind of label with the little banner and cluster there when we decorate. But see, it's just a little bit smaller. It should give us some more space on that page like I want. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make another one together. All right, let's go ahead and flip this over and try to get these to line up right. Yep. Flip the other side over, just enough to overlap just a little. Okay. Now I think I may do it this way because it looks a little bit better matching up there. Okay, so then we're going to do the bottom, like we did before, flip it up about ½ an inch, right? Flip it over, let's make sure it's even. Okay, I think we're good there. And make your flap, however long you want it. Mine is about 1.25 inches, if you're wondering about the measurement of my flap here. There we go. All right, now let's do our mitering, yes. So from the fold, about 45-degree angle here. Same thing on the other side. All right, we're gonna open it up. And again, cut off these little flaps right here, yeah? From the fold, at a bit of an angle, cut that off. Flip it over, rinse and repeat. Same thing on the other side. At a bit of an angle, cut that piece off, yeah? All right, let's do the top. Make your flaps. From the fold, If you want to do it this way, you can always just round the corners of these if you'd like. Completely up to you. Yeah? All right. Now, let's give these a nice creasing here again. Okay, open it all the way up. This piece you're going to glue down. If you are going to cut a notch in it, I would do it right here at this point before you close it up. Okay? All right. There we go. Did I do it? Did I actually do a notch on the other one? Maybe I did. Let's check. I did. So let's follow that. Let me go grab my 2-inch punch. Do I have it with me? I don't. Let me go grab it from the drawer. I'll be right back, you guys. All right. Let me go ahead and make a little notch here. Looks like I did a really shallow one on that other one, so we'll do the same thing here. A little bit further than that, I think is best. Here we go. All right. So let's go ahead and do this one if I can fit it in there. I don't know if I can actually do it on this one now. Nope, I won't be able to. So we'll have one and we'll not have one. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's close this up. Yeah. And we'll do a bead glue on the inside flap. And then on the outside flap as well. Close this up. And then we'll close the bottom. Okay. All right, and there we go. Fold this down. And that one's done. Yeah? Now sometimes these may not meet up exactly even, so if you have to, just cut that, even it out, and we're good to go. Okay? Alright, let's try one of these vellum ones. Alright, let's see. Ending up at about a little over 2.5 inches wide, so I'm not really measuring this, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Okay, I'll flip this over to where it just overlaps, just enough we can close it later. Okay. Alright. I don't know if it's going to work as well with the vellum, so we're testing this basically together. Okay. There's our bottom. That looks even, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. We're going to make our top flap here. About 1.25 inches, give or take. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to actually close it this way, I think. Yeah, this way. All right, let's do our mitering down at the bottom and make our flaps. Down here. Here. Open it up and cut our flaps off. Got this one here. And cut this one here. Okay. And then we're going to cut the top flap. Ooh, excuse me. And making sure I'm in frame so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. It's pretty good there. All right, let's close it up, yeah? I'll close it up this way. Oh, wait. Almost forgot one of those important parts. Gotta glue our flap down, don't we? And then we gotta cut our notch out. Duh. Getting a little ahead of myself, aren't I? There we go. Alrighty. And we'll cut our notch. Actually, since it's vellum, it's not gonna cut. It's just gonna chew it up, so I'm gonna put a piece of cardstock behind it. Because, by the way, FYI, most punchers are not going to cut through the vellum, it'll just chew it up. So if you put a piece of cardstock behind it, it will cut it. Yeah? Alright, let's flip this around, and we're going to close it up this way. Here we go, a little bead there, and a bead on this side. Now, I do not know how this is going to look, because it's vellum, right? So let's just see. If we don't like it, we can always make it with something else. But I was curious. All right, let's do the bottom now. Be careful not to go too far down with the glue because you don't want to glue this bottom shut, right? I'm just going to flip this over the other direction and give that a burnish. That doesn't look too bad. I think I like it. Yeah, we're going to go with it. Let's even up this edge of the flap there. Is that even? I think so. Well, we need a little bit more. There we go. I think that's better. What do y'all think? That. It's pretty cool. I like it. We're going to keep it. All right, that's 3. Let's do one more, and then I'll do the rest of these off camera. Okay? Deal? All right, let's do this. Right about there, I think. Flip this around. Okay. One more time. Flip the bottom up, yeah? Make sure we got it even. Okay. Let's make our flap at the top. Make sure that's nice and even. Alrighty, yeah? I think we're good with that. Looks like that's a little bit shorter than the other ones. It is. So let's make that flap a little bit. I think I went a little bit further than I did. Alright, I'm going to try to keep them pretty much the same height. Yeah? So let's do it right there. I think we're good right there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So I was looking at that. That looks mighty short from the other ones. Let's even this up so it's straight. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's do our mitery on this last one here. Well, not the last one, but the last one I'm going to show you on camera. I know you guys say you like to watch everything from start to finish, but I really don't think you want to watch me do 12 of these. Right? That's going to take me, you know, quite a long bit of time for you to watch the same process 12 times. And I think you will be able to, you know, grasp after 4 of them. Okay. Alright, let's glue this stuff down, and we'll be done with this one. Okay. Cut our notch out. About there. And let's close this thing shut, yeah? I'm gonna do it this way, yes. There. There. Okay. Alright, the bottom now. Alright, the last bit here is to flip it over, yeah? Check it, make sure it's even. A little bit of overlapping, but we can fix that real quick, faster than in a hurry. Well, maybe not in a hurry, but we can fix it. Alright, there's 4. Alright, so that's what we got. We got these 4 done. Now I'm going to take the other 8 sheets of paper, make the other 8, and then we'll do the closures, and that'll probably bring us to time, yeah? Alright, I'll be back. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. So, alright, so I went ahead and made the 12 pieces that we're going to put on these 3 pages. Went ahead and inked them as well. We'll put the labels on together. Like I said, I went ahead and cut the mat, inked it, and sewed around it. So I'm going to match this paper up, and we're just going to cover this here. But before we do that, I think what I want to do is make these magnetics, where there'll be a magnet on the inside here, and a magnet on the other side of this page. And then they'll attach that way, and then you can take them off, put it back on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So before we put the labels on, we need to figure out how we're going to do these, because we're going to have to put magnets on these as well, right? Now, so the dilemma is, do I hide the magnets on this one, but then you see the magnets on here, right? Or did I just leave the magnets on the whole thing? What to do, because I don't want to cover it with tape, because then that'll just look weird. I think we'll just let them be seen on here, but hidden inside of here. What do you guys think? I'd rather them be hidden, because then what's the point? So, I think we'll do that on something else and not these. Because I don't want to see, like, a bunch of magnets on these pages. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to attach them. Alright, so, let's just go ahead and attach this mask. We're not going to use the magnets. I'll show you that trick later on another, what do you call it, element. Yeah. Alright, so, let's go ahead. Actually, we need to use double-sided tape here. Let's see, do I have any out? Of course I didn't bring it. It's over here. Let me grab that. Here it is. Alright, let's put the double-sided tape on here, and then we'll do the Fabri-Tac like we normally do. And then once we attach all these, I think we'll call the video then. And that'll be part 15. So, I think on the next one we will, like I said, we'll continue on this panel. We'll just start doing the other pages, yeah? Or the other parts of this panel. Here. And I hope you guys don't mind, like, you guys seem to be liking the series, even though it's long. But I just really want to show you guys each element and how to make it by hand versus just, like, grabbing a bunch of pre-made stuff for this one, which I thought about doing originally. But changed my mind and decided that we're going to make this, you know, a learning experience. So every element, I'm going to show you how to make from scratch versus using pre-made stuff. Right? I think the only pre-made stuff we used were those photo frames. And I showed you how to make a smaller version of that in one of the other episodes. Still. So, anywho, like I said, I know it's long, but just stick with me. This is going to be really cool when we're done, I think. I think so, anyways. Alright, let's get this backing off here. I'm just glad I finally got a direction with this panel, because I've been, like, stressing about it forever. Like, what to do. I had so many ideas, and then they kind of all ran together, and I was like, well, should I use pre-made stuff? Do I not use pre-made stuff? And I just couldn't, like, make a decision. But I decided today, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sit down and just do this. And I finally came up with a direction, which way I wanted to go. Alright, so like normal, I'm putting the Fabri-Tac down over the tape. Trying not to get the threads in there. Okay, and then we're going to put it all the way down. I think that's enough. What do you think? There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get this right side up. Which way's right side up? It's this way. Okay. And we're just going to line this up. And I guess we could have left it, but I also didn't want to see the Scotch tape, so this way we hide the string. And start with a clean slate, yeah? If you're wondering where the Band-Aid came from, my cat decided to attack my hand. She got her claw stuck in the couch, and I was trying to help her get unstuck, and she clawed me for it. Which one I know she doesn't understand it. I was trying to help her, but at the same time, it's like, man, girl, I was trying to help you out. And this is what I get for my trouble? Okay. Here we go. Alright, now we just gotta decide which ones are gonna go where. And then we will put, actually, let's put the labels on now. And then we'll decide what goes where, yeah? Okay. Let's get the string out the way. Alrighty, so labels, right? I grabbed some labels from my stash. Actually, I grabbed a lot of labels. Oh, no! Almost knocked everything onto the floor. Okay, so I grabbed these 3 containers, and let's start with what's in here. No, maybe not. So this has got a lot of entomology-like labels in it that I thought would be good because this is a gardening journal. But then I also made a bunch of these stamped ones for an idea that I had earlier. But these are all basically similar. They're different types of botanical collections, but I think these would be actually the best thing to use. So I got this stamped one here. Here's another one. There's another different one here. So I think we'll go ahead and use up these things that I did so many of them, because I'm also going to send these with whoever gets this gardening journal, so they can use them if they want to put more samples in. Here's another one. They'll have these little labels to put on their envelopes, right? What do you think? I think it's a good idea. So yeah, let's use these. And then, yeah, let's use these. That makes things a lot simpler. And we'll get to use these things that we have already done. Alrighty, so we'll do that, and then I'm going to put banners underneath those as well. So, where did the other one go? The main one that I had, my example. What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with my example. Did I move it somewhere? Or did it disappear? I think it might have disappeared. Who knows? Okay, well, I'll find it later. I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start with these here. So what I'm going to do is, we'll put a label closure here, and then I want to put a banner beneath that, just for looks, you know. Just for giggles. Come on, flip over. Something like this. Yeah? I think that's cute, don't you? And then maybe a little cluster can go there, or something. So I've got some mini clusters in my stash over there. I don't know if I have 12, but we may have to make some more. But yeah, that's something like this. What do you think? Then they can write in whatever this is. It's in there, right? So let's do this. We're going to ink them as we go. Oh, I just flipped this over. So I need to re-ink it. I think I might need to re-ink this soon. I go through this scorched timber so quickly. It's crazy. I think I'm on my second re-inker since I bought this last year. Just like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then I'm going to just rub it out a little bit. Smooth out the inking. Right here we'll use art glitter. And we'll put it halfway up. Well, not even halfway, like more like a quarter of a way. Let me ink this glitter on as well. And I'm going to put him about right there in the middle. Something like this. Actually, put a little more glue on there. Right there. Then we'll touch it right about there, not too far up, because we want to be able to get that flap out. Get this pen out of my mouth. Sorry, guys. Probably can't understand a word I'm saying with that thing in my mouth. And then there we go. Let me pull this out while that dries, just to make sure it doesn't glue itself in there. But it's just that easy. Literally, that's it. And then you just push this in like so, and that'll keep it closed, right? And then we'll do some like little cluster or something down here at the bottom, maybe. Let me see what I got over there. Pull it out, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm thinking. So let's see what I got here. Not these big ones, but I got some mini, teeny, tiny ones in here somewhere. I think I still have some in here. I do. Here we go. Here's a few. So these are when I say my minis. These little tiny guys right here. They made all little stamps, die cut stamps. And they're like all the little snippets, like the mini ones, right? And I've got some cheese cloth on it, but what I was thinking was taking these and doing something like that at the bottom. Or, oh my god, I don't know why I didn't think of this until just now. We could use them as the closure instead. No, because I really want these on here somewhere. So should we do these as a closure and then have this attached right here so they can write it here? I think I like that idea better. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can pull this off without too much damage. Yeah, there we go. We're good. This will cover that. Yep, it'll cover it. Okay, so we'll put this here as the label. I'm sorry, as the closure, right? Just like that. Go under there, right? And then we'll glue this here. What do you think? Like that. Let's do that. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. I may not have enough mini clusters. One, two, let me see what I got here. That's two. Oh, here's some. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 4 more. Come on. Be nice and give me 4 more. Oh, come on. I just need 4. I bet you I've used them somewhere, and now I don't have enough. I'll have to make some more. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, right there, 4. Boom. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Yes, sweet. And this again, why I say pre-made clusters and ephemera is a great idea. Yeah? Okay, so let's glue that right there. Okay. All right, let's put this down. Move that out of there while this dries. And then this guy, let me see, do I want to cut off the corners? I think I do. I'm gonna go cut the corners off. So the reason the corners are on is because sometimes I like to leave them on when I use them. I use this type of labels. Sometimes I don't, I clip them off. So I leave them on when I cut them out, just let me give myself an option. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna distress the edges too while we're at it. So I'm just taking my scissors and rubbing it on the edges to kind of distress the paper a little bit, give it a little bit of dimension. Yeah? And then we'll ink that. And then she can write on here whatever is in the envelope, right? So we're going for not for just for looks, you know, also we're going for function on these things. So here we go. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down. Right there's in the middle. Maybe like it to the side, maybe. Let's do it to the side. Just for giggles. Why not? And then this will go right there. And there is our seed packet, or specimen packet, or whatever they use it for. Yeah? What do you think? Happy? And then we can go back and put some speckling on this whole thing when I do this, when I speckle the whole thing later. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's pick out another banner here. Let's start with this. Let me cut some of this fuzz off here, off this cheesecloth off. It's getting a little bit out of control. Okay, we'll just pop this one off. Ink the edges again real quick where we tore it. Let's find banner here. We can go with, how about a green? What do you guys think? Green? Or maybe a black in this? Let me just black. Black, well, oops. What the hell? No, that's not even done right. Let's see. We can always do this one like this. Yeah. La 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 la. Let's do a craft color one. Ooh, that's cool. Let's do that one. Yep, I like that one. Okay, let's ink it. All right, we'll go ahead and attach it right about there. Make sure I got my cluster the right way up. Is that even? Not quite. Come on. Can't tell if I got it even or not. Here we go. Okay. And then we're going to glue this down. Okay. Put that right about there. Now you don't want more than a third of this on top of that flap, okay? Because then it'll be down a little far deep, and it'll be a little difficult to pull that without, you know, really misshaping or deforming the flap. You just want to bend it a little bit and pop it in there like that. Yeah. So let that dry, and we'll pick another label. How about this one? And I think I'll cut those off also. I'm just picking these at random, right? So these are from Tracy Fox. I believe this is the, not Bugology. Which one is that? I think maybe it is Bugology. But Creative Expressions. Oops, I was going to distress these edges first. Now Tim Holtz makes a paper distresser little tool you can get, but I just use the back of my scissors. It works just the exact same way. Okay, and we will brush this out. Put this down here at the bottom. And that's another one done. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's grab another one. I'm just grabbing these at random as well. That'll work. Let's grab a brand one here. Let's see, what do we think about this one here? Oops, too much cheesecloth again. This will go here, and that'll go there. Yeah, it looks like a tongue. The black one. I need to get some more colors in here. So I just, usually, punch these out of scraps or whatever. I don't hate that. Okay. Let's ink it and stick it. Okay. Glue on the top half here. Put that there. Okay. And here's another one done. Line that up. Press it down. Pull the label flap out so it can dry. Okay. Yeah. Here's one. Let's grab a different kind of label. Let's grab a square one this time. Now, if you guys don't want to watch me do each one of these, feel free to fast forward on this. Oh, let's see, this the long weekend is almost over. We're back to work tomorrow. Yay. No. I really need a vacation. My next vacation, I was supposed to have one last weekend, or last week. And had some unexpected expenses and had to cancel my vacation. And really bums me out because my next one isn't scheduled until December. There we go, another one. And I really need a break from it, honestly. Let's see. I know we have some like solid green ones in here. Where are they? So I punched out a bunch from like old file folders. I might have used them all up because I liked them so much. Oh, there's one. So we'll do this green, I think, right here. We do the light green side. Light green side. Yeah. Okay. Ink it up and keep on going. This will be number 4. There's 8 more to go. Like I said, please feel free to fast forward if this part's boring you to death. But, trying to do, can't make everybody happy, but, for those that like the long videos, it's easier for me to do a long video versus doing a short one. They feel like they missed something, versus doing a long video and you guys can fast forward through the parts you don't want to watch. Right? So, that's what we're doing. Let's line this one up here. Make sure that's, oops, make sure that's in the center here and not too far up on the flap. So see, I'm only putting like about 1/4 of an inch, not even that much, on the flap itself. Pull that out to let this dry. Let's grab another label here. So we got any other ones in here? Or those are all the same. Okay. Here's another one of these. We'll do this one again. And once I started doing this dimension thing, where scraping the edges or distressing the edges, I'm like addicted to it. I love the way it looks. It kind of lifts the label up, but it doesn't look so flat, you know? And I do it on my clusters even too now, so it really changes the way it looks. Okay. And here we go. Oops. And there's another. Ready to go. Okay. That should be dry now. We just bend that in there, and there we go. It's another one. Okay. And the next one. Let's see. We got this one here. We'll just grab another one of these guys. Now, these are super easy and quick to make. If you guys want to see how I do these, let me know. And we'll do a little tutorial on these. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, so I didn't show you guys yet, but I have a new journal that I started, and I was wondering if you guys wanted to watch that one, watch me create that one. I'm not sure where I'm going with it yet. I think I'm going with travel again. I started off, I don't know where I'm going with it, honestly, I really don't. That's kind of what happens. A lot of times I won't film it because I'm not sure where I'm going with the journal, you know. It kind of just, I let it just take shape and see where it takes me. But if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, and I will film it. I've already made the cover, and I've put the flips in, but I haven't done anything else. So, you haven't missed much. But let me know if you guys want to watch the rest of it, and I will film. It's basically the installing of all the pockets and the decorating is what we'll film. I think I've decided on the papers, I think. I don't know yet. Sometimes I can be like really indecisive, can you tell? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's good enough. Right there's good, I think. Is that even? Yeah, I think we're good there. Get the flap out, let it dry. Did I rip it? Oh, God, I ripped it. Oof, that was close. I thought I ripped that. All right, we'll go with this one here. I'm just going to interchange and kind of grab a different one each time so we don't have too many of one or the other. Yeah? Okay. All right. And there's another one. Cute, right? I think these are super cute. All right, let's grab another one. Keep on going. Let's pull out like a little pile of these so it's easier for me to see what I'm doing here. This is another one look good with the green, I think. Should do dark green this time. Not quite. I like this one. No. Let's see what we got in here. Kind of like that. Yep, that one's gonna work. I think we'll do that one. I think so. Ooh, I forgot to ink it. Yeah, grab it a little bit real quick. Yeah, right there. In the middle. There we go. All right. Go. Is that in the middle? I think so. I think we're good. Okay. We're making good time here? I have no idea. Okay, and that's too high up, I think. Let's bring this down to there. That's good. All right, let's bring that out. Straighten it up just a little. I think it's a little crooked. There we go. All right, let's grab, let me see how many we've got of each one here. Got two of those, two of those. I know we've got 4 different kinds, so where's the other 4th one? I haven't used it yet. Ah, this one, right? No, we haven't used this one the second time, so let's use this one again. Yeah. I think there's another one. I thought I had 4 different kinds. Could have sworn. I do, this is the 4th one right here. This is a little bit too big for this one, I think. So let's use this one here. And I'm going to leave the corners on this time. I still kind of want to make these detachable because what's the point of sending out a bunch of extra labels if you can't remove it, right? So maybe we should do pockets? What do you guys think? I'm struggling with it because I'm really wanting this to be functional, something that she can use more than once, right? And everything I've been doing on this one has been like a first time for it, so. Okay, there we go. And we'll close this one like so. And there's another one. All right, that's halfway through. So once we finish decorating, we'll attach and then we'll call it a video. We'll call it a night. What do you think? Yeah? This one. What that? Maybe. This, no. How about this grid? Might work. There we go. Okay. I'll go with that. Excuse my sniffles. Okay. Which way's up? This way. Okay. Let's see that one straight. It's a little too far over to the right. Just a smidge. Okay. Oh, we should have used that green. That's cool. Doggone it. Oh well. That's a cool little green marble, though. I like that. That's one of my, I love this. I love the marble designs, and the backdrops for Tim Holtz. I love them. I've got the tapes even. I love it. Okay. Let's see, which one haven't we used? We haven't used the specimen collection yet, so we'll use this one now. And there's number 7. These are so cute. What do you guys think? I think they're cute. I like them. I like them. Okay, let's keep going. We got 5 more to do, and we will call it a night. Because I think I want to decide what I'm going to do as far as attaching them. Whether I want to go ahead and just put them on there. I'm struggling. What do you guys think? Let me know. I might put this one out and let you get a poll. What you guys think? So. What I'm thinking of is the magnets still, because that still is I'm thinking about really doing that. Because in that way, but then she'd have to have, magnetic envelopes all the time. So I'm thinking the best thing for us to do is the pockets. There. Okay. Let's go with the light green side, I think. So what we'll do is I think we'll do some flat pockets maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you're putting something in it, there's going to be some bulk to the seed packet or specimen pocket, or whatever you want to call these. And so if we do a flat pocket, it may be difficult to go in there. She may rip the pocket, right? So, see, these are the things I think about when I'm making a journal, the function of it and what the person may or may not do with it, which I think is important when you're making things that you're going to sell, right? It's not just about form, it's function too. But if you don't care about function, then it's up to you. But that's just, you know, this is just part of my process. These are the things that I think about when I'm making these. Which is why sometimes it takes me, you know, a little longer to create something or finish something because I'm stressing about how it's going to function. I mean, yeah, I could throw something together that looks really cool, but is it going to last? Is it usable? Right? I think that's important. Okay. And there's another one. I think these are super cute, you guys. I love these. Alright, here's one of the vellum ones. Let's do that one. So let's do this one. I think that'll be a little better. It doesn't really matter, does it? They are all cute, I think. I think this one will do black. Upside down. Yeah, we're gonna go black on these. Okay. We're almost there, you guys. Hang with me for a few more minutes, and I will let you guys go. Yeah. Okay. Let that flap out while it dries. Let's do. We do one of the long ones. And I am going to leave the corners on again. Making sure I'm still in frame. You guys see what I'm doing? Yes, okay. Good deal. Just going around inking. Smoothing it out. Oh, goodness. Just flipped and hit myself with my own glue. Oops, that's almost upside down. There we go. Let's make that a little darker. It's a little too white, too clean for my taste. Yeah, it's better. Okie dokie. We'll put this in here. Here's another. Okay. Oh, there's the example. See? Yeah. Okay, so 3 more to go. We'll be done with this in no time. And then I will think about the type of pocket we're going to put on there. I think I might just put one long pocket and like do 2 of them. That way she might have some room for more than just the 2 seed pockets in there. I really like just seeing these plain color ones on these. I think I'm going to do black on this one too. Let me see, there's some other colors in here. Some pattern ones. There's a good one. I like that one. Let's do that one. Oops, sorry, let me shake the camera. Sorry about that. Ah! Banners are flying everywhere. Alright. Is that in there straight? I think so, yeah. I think we're good. am liking these. So I got the inspiration from Seven Plaza. Now, she didn't use the many clusters like this, and then she had different types of closures. Or she didn't use the labels either, but just the, you know, the reverse flip part of this I got from her. This was my video from a long time ago, so I'll see if I can find it. And I'll put it in the description if I can find it. Okay. There we go. Whew. This is a long one tonight, huh, y'all? Oh, what am I doing? Going things out of order. Okay. Let's grab... This is another one. The green would look good, I think. But that's too matchy-matchy. It's too matchy-matchy for me. I like things to match, but not that much. That'll work. That'll work for me. Fingertips are all black from all this inking today. Is this right side up? Yeah, this is right side up. Is it? Yeah, okay. Alright, guys, we're almost there. One more to go after this. Is that crooked or is it straight? I can't tell. For some reason, the banner looks crooked to me a little bit. Here we go. I think that's right. And let's see, let's do the Botanical Collection one. It's this one. Excuse me. I think I caught the cold that my ex-husband has. Got like ear pressure and runny nose, which I always have, and my cough, which I always have, but now I've got a sore throat, which I don't normally have. Ugh. My throat really burns, actually. Okay, dokie, y'all. Last one. Put this over here. Straighten that label out, Tiana. Alright, last one, you guys. And we are done tonight. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get notified anytime I upload new content. And so yeah, I mean, I'd love to have you join us. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about tonight's video, whether you liked it or not. You guys know I love comments. It's one of my favorite things to do is read what you guys think, and get your opinion on stuff. And you know, like you've been doing, tell me what you like, what you want to see, that kind of stuff. So keep doing that. Keep telling me what you guys want to see, and I will keep adding to my list for you guys. I am going to do one of clusters. I was going to do one today, but I had a little bit of a meltdown while I was starting my clusters. I was like, I cannot film this. So I decided to put it down. And I figured, well, we are needing to get moving on this project, right? We want to finish this one sometime. So at some point. Okay, that's the last one, you guys, for tonight. And we're going to do the specimen collection one, right? Yeah? Okay. Let us... This is the one I was using earlier, so we'll reuse it. So we don't waste it, right? And then we'll just do this little number here. Blah, 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 blah. Right here in the corner. Let's make sure it's straight. Okay. And... pop that in there, and voila, we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's close up some of this stuff and take a look at the finished products here, and then we'll see if they fit in the journal I think they will. I'm honestly, I did this whole exercise without checking. I just assumed since the 6x6 fit perfect, that the 5.5s would be that little extra room that I need. So let's open up our journal and check it out. See what we've got here. All right, panel number 3. That's been the bane of my existence lately. Not really, but kind of. Okie doke. Let's move this. Hey, over there. Open up. Okay. So this was the idea, is they'll go in like this. So let's see if they fit and not touch. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a little bit of space in between them all. So, yep, these fit exactly like I wanted them to. So they are a little, I mean, it is very symmetrical, so I might do something like this just to break up the form a little bit. Like that. What do you guys think? Just a little bit off. Yeah, I think I like that better. But yeah, this is what we're looking at here. So we'll do this one here, this one a little bit down, like so. That one there. This one here. What do you guys think? I think it's super cute. So yeah, if we do, so if I do these askew like this though, then I can't put pockets in because I have to, I don't for individual pockets. What I was thinking about doing is just one long pocket like this, you know, and then have them in there like that. But then you can't see the, ugh. See what I'm talking about, you guys? I get all these ideas and it's just like, I don't know where to go sometimes with it. And I think they're really good ideas, but I get, you know, then I can't decide which one I want to do. What do you guys think? I want to hear you guys. I want to know what you guys think. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. But yeah, this is what I was thinking of doing. Okay, well, let's think about it and call it a night for tonight. I will see you guys in the next video. Like I said, if you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you with us on a regular basis. And we'll hit the bell and you'll get notified for any new content. Don't forget to check out our store. The link is in the description, as well as our Kofi site where there's some free ephemera. I've also got some links to my most used tools and materials in the description as well. And that'll be it for tonight, you guys. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.